Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another toy review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Ultra Monster 500 series number 162, Aeroboss. And Aeroboss first appeared in the 1966 show Ultraman, episode 19, Demons Rise Again. Now, this is definitely one of the more kind of strange creatures. Not to mention that it's not just one, but also two kaijus appeared in the same episode, Arobas and Vanilla. And basically, the whole ordeal was that they both don't really like each other. They both basically beat the crap out of one another. And to make a long story short, Arobas became the winner because of his ability, because his description is that he is the blue foam monster. Uh, yeah, I'm not joking. He literally melts vanilla with his foam, and it's like just wow. Anyway, so let's get right to the figure. Now, I still have him with his tag on, as you can see here. I have not removed it yet. So this is a very fresh figure in a way, because when you buy these figures, they don't come in boxes or anything. They just kind of come hanging. That's how they are if you go to those Japanese stores and all that. Even in New York, if you go to like Toy Tokyo or so, they would definitely sell this. Well, kind of hard. You never really know exactly what they're gonna have there. Just thought I note that just in case you ever want to find these but don't want to buy them online. Even though, well, that's kind of your best suggestion, either eBay or Amazon. Now here we go with the tag. So even though he's a classic kaiju from the original Ultraman show, he's number 162. Which, don't worry. When we review Vanilla, he's going to be 163, so at least there will be some consistency. And we can see the little profile pic right there. It's like a neat little picture of a robot. And we go. There's nothing in the inside. Now let's get right to the figure. Now, one quick thing I have to mention. Now, even though I want to save this comparison for last, I just have to bring it up. But it's pretty obvious that this is pretty. It's just Red King, but with like different heads and stuff. Now, before anyone mentions Josh, they're not sharing the same body mold, and I'm like, hold up, not the figure. The toy itself is a completely brand new sculpt, but I'm talking about the suit back in 1966, where it's pretty obvious that it's the exact same costume as Red King. They just most likely replaced the head for this one. And Red King appeared in episode, I hope I remember, episode 8. Yes, it was episode 8. Okay. And Aeroboss appeared in episode 19. So just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea that obviously when it comes to like the suit making aspect of it, obviously it's Subaraya reused the suits over and over and over. So Naranga is another example as well, where they reused the sorry, they reused the body of Baragon from Frankenstein Conquers the World, which was a film which was a pretty weird kaiju film that came out in 1965, so a year before Ultraman. Now we take a look at the sculpting and paint. I mean, it's Erebus. It's nothing really different. I mean, it looks good, and I'll admit I really dig the blue color. I really do like I really do like this color choice. And as weird as this might sound, I have a feeling that this figure is going for a more brighter color, because I could have sworn in the original episode, his 1966 appearance, I could have sworn it was a much more darker color than this. So I guess it could be because this is based on his more latest appearance, but I don't think so. The designs are not that different. I just thought I kind of point that out just in case anyone else mentions it. Because yes, Erebus and Vanilla would make a reappearance in their most recent, in our Subaraya's most recent Ultraman show, Ultraman Trigger, and they appeared in episode 21. That's the other unfortunate thing about. Hold on, give me one moment just to fix the camera. Yep, sorry about that. I was just fixing the camera. So back to what I was saying is that Vanilla, Erebus and Vanilla, they're one of those kaiju's where they appeared literally one time, and then that was about it. So it's good to see that Ultraman Trigger brought the characters back. So I think that was a neat touch. And in the actual episode, well, it's the same thing. They both pretty much end up fighting each other. So, yep, it's like if nothing's changed at all. And now let's talk about the articulation. Now it only has 3 points. The tail can move full 360, and the arms can move full 360. As you can see, well, you can't really see it because of the tag, but as you can see here, just to kind of give you a good idea, the head does not move, but that's fine. You know, let me see if I could focus. There we go. Yeah. And of course, they do the same thing, the same technique with the waist, where there's this weird little area where my nail is. You could definitely tell that this figure was originally 2 pieces, and then they just kind of, you know, with some super glue, which, you know, like I've mentioned, they did the same thing with Red King. It looks like that he can move his waist, but he really can't. That's just for when they glue the figure in. And one quick thing I do want to mention is the material. Because these figures are made out of vinyl plastic, which is a much more sort of softer material. The Red King, he's more on the harder side. You could kind of add some pressure. Hold up. There we go. Yeah, you could kind of add some pressure to it, but he's definitely more on the harder side, while Aerobus is definitely made up of a more softer material, so you can, like, literally squeeze him, so it's like, oh, okay. Look at that. I can even squeeze his head and everything. That just looks weird. Okay. But, you know, I mean, there you go, you know. Still looks pretty cool. I still like the figure a lot. Now, as for the size comparison, now, of course, the only unfortunate thing is that, yes, Ultraman is still taller than Aerobus, as you can see. And obviously, it's supposed to be the opposite, but that's kind of a common practice when it comes to these monster figures. They don't always follow the scale properly, which is a bit unfortunate in some cases, you know, but I don't know. It's not a bad figure. The painting is still there. You know, there's no scrapes or anything like that. It looks just like the character, even though he's just literally one single color. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Also, I don't know why my camera turned dark all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. Let me try and focus on his face, because I don't want to leave that behind either, because I want to compliment on the face too, because I like how he kind of looks like a dinosaur. Even though, well, he technically is, but not exactly. And then he got like a nice little spike right there. So, okay, that's kind of a neat touch. You know, I mean, I like it. It looks really cool. Not to mention that since I haven't been buying Ultraman figures in such a long time, this was the figure that definitely kind of got me back into it, because for a long time I couldn't buy any new figures because of like the pandemic and inflation, and the figures end up being pretty expensive. So luckily I managed to get them for a decent price on eBay. So, of course, before we end the video, we gotta do a quick size comparison. Now, let's do a little comparison with his buddy, Vanilla. Uh, I don't know if you guys saw my weird unboxing video. It's not really an unboxing. It's my dumb eBay package shit that I always like to do. Like, whenever I get something from eBay, I like to open it and show you guys what I got. Now, I finally got Vanilla today, so here is a little quick preview, because this is going to be the next figure that I'm going to review, just to kind of give you a good idea how he is. And then, of course, let's compare him to his kind of weird twin Red King, because, come on, let's be honest, folks, they kind of do share the same body mold, in a way. Not the toy, I'm just saying, like, on set. They were probably like, okay, we gotta make a new kaiju. What do we do? Reuse the same body mold as Red King. Boom, there you go. But like I mentioned, this is a completely original sculpt, so don't worry. Erebus, you're still gonna get a good score. And you know, I guess now that we got a bunch of kaijus here, here's Niranga. Why? Because I don't know. His back kind of reminds me of Red King and Erebus a little bit. Not exactly, but you get the point. You could kind of see what they were going for, but it's obviously not the exact same thing. But, you know, it kind of reminds me of that pattern. It kind of reminds me of Pagos a little bit too, because even he had that same thing going on. And in case you're wondering, no, I don't have Pagos, but I do plan on getting him somewhere in the future. And lastly, we got Tesla Tellus. That I can't say his name. Damn it. Just to, like, kind of show him off a little bit, because he still has this nice fresh tag. After I finish reviewing Vanilla, after that, he's going to be the next figure I'm going to review. You know, because I'm trying to review these in order by appearance. So another quick thing I want to mention Yes, I am aware that I'm leaving out some creatures like Gabadon, and I know one of the aliens I'm also leaving out. But I know that for I forgot what his name was, but for that specific alien, he was based off of the Ultra Hero X toy line, which is no longer active. So finding that figure is pretty rare and expensive. But if I ever find him, I will definitely give him a nice review. I guess here's get out of here. It's not your turn. Here's Bolton, with Aeroboss just for a little comparison. I did took off the tag because this was the previous figure I looked at. And you know what? We can't just end it here just yet. Let's do a little bonus round. Here he is compared to Mother of Ultra and Ultraman Zers. Yeah. And lastly, Ultraman Trigger. Yeah, why not? The reason why I wanted to show them off is because I also got these three figures today. Same goes for Aeroboss. I got these four guys today in the mail, so I just thought I'd kind of show it off real quick because they still have their original tags. And eventually I do plan on taking it out, so, just thought I'd kind of show that off a little bit. And of course, with Ultraman Trigger too, because like I say, these two monsters only appear 2 times in the entire series. In the original Ultraman show and in Ultraman Trigger, which came out last year from 2021 to 2022. So there you go. And yeah, that's about it. That ends the review. Despite the sizing, I'll still give this figure a nice 10 out of 10 because it's still a nice, neat little figure. He's cool. It's nice to kind of mess around, play with it a little bit too. I like it a lot. Even if he is just another Red King, copycat. But you know what? That's completely fine. I love this figure, and I definitely recommend it. Especially if you plan on getting Vanilla as well, because, well, they're like the perfect duo. You know what I mean? That's kind of their thing, kicking each other's asses. Look at that. You can even make them do like a bitch slap if you want to. That's kind of fun. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe. Dislike the video if you dislike it. I'll start working on the next review with Vanilla. Try and pre-record some other stuff for future videos. And yep, that's about it. See ya.